Ho, ho, holy cow, it's Christmas time, and I'm Bruce Krentz, your host of the Northstars Show. Thanks for joining us this week. We're looking forward to an interview with Brayden Pollock. We're going to do 1 minute with him, a little chat with Mikey Marcus about life in the sin bin. We've got Ethan Meilleur coming up at Jets announcing hopeful, and right away, a chat with Assistant Coach James Buchanan. This is James Buchanan, one of the assistant coaches with the Northstars. So this past weekend, well, yeah. So what do you think? How'd it go?
Well, it was another trying weekend for the guys on the road trip there, not coming away with any wins. Positive note, we brought in a defenseman released from OCN this week, Hayden Yaremko, so it was nice to get him in the lineup, and he's already showed a strong defensive presence out there for us, and he's contributing on the scoreboard as well, so that's nice to have.
Absolutely. A great pickup at this time of the year for sure. We've been doing a segment lately called Blues and Golds, so mirroring the colors of the Northstars. Blues are things that aren't going so good, maybe golds are things that, that are impressing you guys as a coaching staff. So not just this past weekend, but over the last month or month and a half, what are some blues and golds for you? Start with the Blues.
The Blues. We started off the season with a pretty good job of staying out of the penalty box, so the biggest blue, I guess, for me is we've been taking far too many penalty minutes of late, and that's cost us quite a lot on the scoreboard. And the other one, I guess, would be injuries. We've had some key guys going out, with Caleb getting his leg cut up there for 12 stitches, and Riley's gone down, suspended, concussed. Kyle Brass. Our defense has been a revolving door back there, so that's tough. Golds. It's hard to be positive sometimes. Bryce Horning, getting the Player of the Month, contributing throughout the league offensively is certainly a positive to have for us. But other than that, it's been a pretty rocky couple of months. It's
been a little trying. It's true. Bryce had a pretty slow start, so it is nice to see him coming on. And I mean, to me, one of the goals is just that 5-on-5. The team seems to be doing well this year, but it's just the penalty troubles that keep catching up and throwing you for a loop.
Yeah, I mean, even strength, we've done a pretty good job staying right with the play. The odd man rushes will hurt us a little bit, but for the most part, we're right in those games. It's when we get into the penalty trouble, taking extended penalties, the 4s, the 5s, the 10s, and the pucks just end up in the net. I mean, we had one major penalty. I think they scored 4 goals on us, so that kind of hurt.
Yeah, that stings a little. Just a few thoughts, maybe. I mean, aside from staying out of the penalty box and maybe trying to shore up the defense a little bit, any other thoughts on what you got to do to put together a couple wins coming up here?
Well, we've really been pressing the message that the key to our game is playing sound defensively, making sure our forwards are playing responsible in our own end. The defensemen are doing the right things, clearing the puck or putting it on the tape when they get a chance, and making sure we've really got an effective back check going. At times, our forwards like to get 3 deep in that offensive zone, and when the other teams come with speed and an extra man on the rush, that tends to end up in the back of our net. So we're really our message on playing responsible defensively.
It doesn't seem to matter what level you're at, those systems break down and then you're sunk, and I mean, you see it at every level, and that seems to be something that the guys here have to stick to, and it's tough, but they're going to have to do it to win.
Yeah, the basic things aren't really changing for us. Is be responsible in our own end and capitalize on their turnovers, whether it's at their own blue line or in the neutral zone, and we have to make them pay off of those turnovers. But as long as we're playing sound defensively, we're right in those hockey games.
Score more goals than they do, and you'll win every game. Thanks a lot, James. James Buchanan.
Thanks. You're watching the Northstars Show on Shaw TV.
We're in familiar territory here. It's the penalty box for the home side. I'm alongside Mikey Marcus. Thanks for joining us.
No problem.
So penalty leader on the North Stars, and I think in the whole AAA league. I don't think Coach Corman's maybe too excited about that. Beyond that, though, how do you feel your season's been going?
It's going not too bad, I guess. Like, I put up a few more points than last year already, and I just think it's more easier this year than it was last year.
Team's looking to you for a little bit of offense, too, probably to stay out of the sin bin, and as you get older, that's got to be getting a little easier, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So you guys had a road swing this past weekend. Maybe didn't go quite the way that the North Stars would have liked, but give us some blues and golds. So blues and golds is a thing we're doing. The color of the North Stars. Blues are things that maybe didn't go great. Golds are things that did. So some blues on this past weekend.
We weren't getting a lot of shots on net, and we weren't throwing our body around, and that just kind of like took us out of the game because they were throwing us around a lot.
All right, and what do you think for some golds?
I don't know. I just think we need to get more pucks on the net and take the body, and that'll win us a hockey game and like be more defensively in our own end.
Absolutely. The weekend when you did well here at home, it seemed like defense was the key, and then the offense started to come. So we'll look for some more of that in the future. The other thing we'll look for is not you in here, the penalty box for the home side, and we'll look for some goals from Mikey Marcus. Thanks for joining me.
No problem.
This is 1 minute with Brayden Pollock. First things first, I got a chance to play a lot of rec games with your dad.
Yeah.
There were a lot of bad games. I even saw him drop the mitts a couple times. What do you think of his game? Seen him play lately?
It's been a while. I think he hung up the skates a couple years ago. So, but yeah, I know he's known for starting a bit of trouble. So.
Little disappointed that he hung him up. I can say for sure that in your short time with the North Stars, you've played more defense than he ever played in his life. So better back checking for sure. How do you think your season's been going?
I think it's been all right. I mean, it could always be better, but hope to maybe put up a couple more points, but we'll see what happens.
We'll see. A couple games coming up. What do you think you have to do in these next couple games to help your team win?
I for sure got to play a bit more aggressive, start taking the body more. Hopefully try and get some more shots on net. Try to bury one, you know.
Absolutely. Goals never hurt.
Yeah.
We came here for 1 minute not to talk about your dad or even your cousin. So we got a minute on the clock. What's your favorite Christmas carol?
Jingle Bell Rock.
Looking at any New Year's resolutions? What's going to change?
Score a goal. I don't know if that's a resolution, but...
Absolutely. Something to work on.
Yeah.
What's your favorite restaurant in Thompson?
Boston Pizza.
Yeah, pretty straightforward. Facebook or Twitter?
Twitter.
Kids, you kids, I don't get it. Favorite movie?
Rocky 2.
Whoa, very nice. You got any brothers or sisters?
Yeah, one sister, Kelsey.
Favorite team in the NHL? Actually, you can throw them out anywhere. Moose Jaw?
Well, yeah, Moose Jaw.
Maybe.
Vancouver Canucks. Can't leave them.
Nice. I just put my Canucks ornament on the tree yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Beauty. Favorite player?
Jonathan Toews.
Another dynamite pick. Favorite pregame meal? Can't be Boston Pizza.
Penne spaghetti.
I like it. Xbox or PlayStation?
PlayStation.
Very nice. And your favorite class at school, because you never miss?
I'd have to say chemistry.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Smart and talented on the ice. That's 1 minute with Brayden Paulic.
Ethan, you're on in 5 minutes. Ethan, you're on in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ready?
Good afternoon and welcome to the live TV Kid Reporter Show. Reporting live with Meilleur. Welcome to the Winnipeg Jets headquarters. I should do this because I'm the Jets' biggest fan of all time. My favorite player is Blake Wheeler. My favorite goalie is Hutchison. I'm 11 years old and I've played hockey for 6 years. You should pick me because I've never missed a game. And I know all their players and all their stats.
Not quite as good as the Christmas log, but it's pretty nice. Thanks for joining us for this Northstars Show. Thanks to James Buchanan, to Mikey Marcus, and to Brayden Paulic, all guests on the show. And good luck to Ethan Meilleur in his bid to be a Jets announcer. Join us down here this weekend for games against the Pembina Hawks, and have a very Merry Christmas from all of us here at the Northstars Show.